Hey, what's going on? Daniel here. Welcome back to another video. Today, I want to share with you how I actually save thousands of dollars every single month as a digital nomad by making smart decisions. If you're watching this video, you're either digital nomad or planning to be one, and it's really important to save money. It's really important to make smart decisions in order to save money as you travel, because guess what? That extra couple of $100 every single month in your pocket is going to go a long way, either by making your life a lot easier or by allowing you to travel more. So I'm going to share with you about 7 things that I do that allows me to save money. Let's get right into it. Number one, you want to choose a destination that is affordable. That is the number one rule of thumb as a digital nomad. The main reason why you're being a digital nomad is to travel and see the world, but at the same time, a lot of people who are considering traveling right now are either making money on the internet, working remotely, being freelancers. So picking a destination that you can afford or that your money can go far in is really important. A lot of places where you can go are in South America, Southeast Asia, Eastern Europe, the Balkans. Like where I am right now are some of the examples of places you can go to. Argentina is one of the most affordable places in South America right now. Also Colombia, Mexico, Brazil are some of the countries you can go to that will allow you to live on less than $1,500 a month. And if you can afford more than that, well, good for you, because in Colombia you can actually get a nice apartment for less than $1,000 a month, or in places like Albania, where I am right now, where you can get a beautiful apartment for about $500 to $600 a month. Now compare that to being in the United States, where you spend $2,000, $3,000 every single month just to get a one-bedroom apartment in a not so nice area of town. I think that's a really huge difference, and that's one of the things that I do that allows me to save money every single month. I'm in this apartment right now in Albania. I'm gonna be here for at least 2 to 3 months. I'm only going to be paying about $1,800 over the course of my time here. $1,800 was the exact money I was paying in a 2-bedroom apartment that I was sharing with 2 other roommates in the United States. So keep that in mind. Choose a location that is really affordable, where your money can go far. Now, the second thing you can do is to rent your apartment long term. Now, I spoke about this in my last video where I talked about how you can book cheap apartments on Airbnb. Not just cheap apartments, the best apartment anywhere you're going. I'll leave a link to it in the cards right here. You can go check it out. Renting an apartment long term on a platform like Airbnb allows you to save money over a long period of time. Say, for example, Airbnb gives you anywhere from 30 to 40% discount when you book for at least a month. And one of the ways through which you can waste money is by renting Airbnbs on a daily basis or on a weekly basis. Why don't you just put all that money together and go book an apartment for at least a month? And also that means that you're going to be traveling to these places for a longer period of time. And as you travel, you realize that if you spend at least a month or 2 months or maybe longer in a place, you will be saving so much money, because the things that I'm still going to talk about here are going to add up and they're going to put money in your pocket. So the second thing you want to do is to book Airbnb apartment for a long period of time, so you can get those huge discounts and put that extra money in your pocket and maybe invest it in a plane ticket to another gorgeous destination. Now, before I go to the next one, cheers to the new year. Now, this next one goes without saying, and that is to eat out less. Now, a lot of places when I go to these new countries that are so affordable, now I've done this so many times and you can easily get addicted to it, and that is by going out to eat every single day. I remember when I first got to Mexico City and I went to restaurants a few times, I realized that, you know what, this is actually really affordable. I mean, I was getting a full meal at a restaurant for about $8, $9, and I was like, you know what, if I can do this every single day, it's not gonna hurt me. But guess what, if you do it twice a day for 30 days, it's going to add up pretty easily. So you want to make sure that you're stocking up your fridge if you have one in your apartment, and you're buying the best groceries. I mean, come on, you can afford it, right? So buy the best groceries, cook your own meals in your apartment. It's not going to hurt you. Even if you can't cook, at least you can put together 1 or 2 things, and that is really going to save you money over a long period of time. So don't fall into the trap of eating out every single day for every meal, because it's going to add up, and that is going to take money out of your pocket that you can otherwise invest in something else, maybe a plane ticket or another destination as you travel the world. Now, another smart thing that you want to do when you travel is to book your flights in advance. Now, this is not only prudent, it is the smartest thing to do. Plane tickets are not predictable. You might think, okay, you're tracking those flights and doing all these things, but these things are not controllable. Flight tickets will go up whenever they want to go up. And imagine what happened in the United States recently, where hundreds and thousands of flights were canceled because of a storm. Now, that's not something that you can control. Now, a lot of people who wanted to travel within this time, they are forced to pay more, sometimes even 5 times, 10 times more the regular prices of flights. Imagine you've bought your flights maybe 1 month, 2 months in advance. You will not be paying this kind of fees. And something else that happened when I was on my trip to Albania the last time, I was flying in from Lagos, Nigeria, and I realized that every flight from Lagos, Nigeria was costing over $2,000 one way to Albania. So I looked at flights in different places and I couldn't find an affordable one. But I was just able to type in the airport code for Cotonou in Benin Republic, which is about 3 hours from Lagos. So I got a flight in Cotonou for $600 to Albania, whereas if I was taking the same flight from Lagos, Nigeria, I would be paying over $2,000. So what I did was I rented a cab and I had the cab drive me to Benin Republic, which is only about 3 hours away. And that is a small price to pay, but it still saved me over $1,400 because you know what? I did my research and I found the best price possible. So alongside booking your flight way in advance, also make sure that you are finding flights. Even if the city is only a few hours away, you can take a bus or you can take a train or whatever it is, just to save some money. Of course, this is going to cause some inconvenience, but imagine the cost that you will be saving by doing just that. Now, the next one I want to talk about is to have a strict monthly budget. Now, if you're working remotely or you're making some extra income, it might be easy to want to overspend or to just plug on a few things that you think you need. But if you don't have a strict monthly budget, you just realize that you don't know where your money goes at the end of the month. But if you're traveling, you want to make sure that you have, some savings or some financial discipline, because it's really going to help you in the long run. If you know that you want to spend $2,000 a month, be very wise or be very disciplined enough to not go over that budget, because when you're traveling, it's easy to derail, it's easy to dip into your savings, and it's easy to not have any savings or investments at all. So make sure to stick to a strict monthly budget, because that is really helpful. Now, finally, you want to expand your income streams. Everything I've said earlier in this video has been really good, but you know what's going to give you the most peace of mind? By having more money than you can spend. And you can only do that by having multiple income streams. You don't have to worry about pinching pennies or any of these things if you have enough money coming in. And the goal at the end of the day is to be financially independent. We're doing this travel thing because we want to enjoy the world, see the world as much as we can, and we can only do it to the best of our ability if we have enough money to spend. And you can expand your income stream. If you're currently working 9 to 5 right now, think about things that you can do online. Maybe you want to take on some freelance projects, or maybe you have a skill that you can teach other people on the internet, or maybe you want to consider doing something like I'm doing right now, starting a YouTube channel, starting a blog, a podcast, something that has the potential to generate you some extra income in the future. So these are the things that I do every single month that saves me hundreds, if not thousands of dollars as a digital nomad. So make sure you apply them in your travels as well, and hopefully we can meet somewhere down the road. My name is Daniel. If this video has been helpful, consider subscribing, and I will see you in the next one.